I don't care what age you are right now. Chances are you're an adult, because if you're a kid, this might not be so engaging. But this is stuff we need to find happiness, I think. I'm 53. In 20 years, if I'm lucky, in the next 20 years, I'll have an okay health. My left hip is acting up. Time. You know, once Maya Angelou, great poet, writer, speaker, amazing human being, she mentioned, you might forget what people say, but you won't forget on how they made you feel. Hi everybody, Real Talk with JJ, Real Talk, Real Walk. Today's video is going to be a bit intense, today's lesson. And the reason it's intense, it's about dealing with major life conflict, or maybe it could be major grief, but there's stress in the back end. This is not a video where it's a simple fix of let it go or move on. Yes, that's the ultimate goal, and I'm going to share some tactics that I do that have worked, working through some major stressful moments with unresolved problems, trauma, and whatnot. And if you're a human, and if you're going to work, live with humans, chances are you're going to come across some of this. So let's find a place to sit and begin. All right, here we go. I don't know if this video will take off or not. Even if it doesn't, I do need to say some stuff right away, house rule. I'm more than happy for people to share their thoughts, but I'm not interested in comments like, let it grow, you got to get stronger in this world, or whatever it is, because we don't know where people are coming from. We don't know cultures. I have some of my audiences now in the US, some in India, hello. So we're going to approach this video with compassion and kindness, because I'm not talking about like someone maybe did you wrong and like overcharged you for a grocery item. I'm talking about big, heavy issues. Also, I am a trauma survivor, so oftentimes I can't let it go because my brain works differently, and I'm aware of that, and I'm a work in progress like all of us. The point of this video is to discuss on certain tactics that you might be able to resolve and benefit so you can move through it. I kind of call it water logic versus rock logic. Rock logic is like you're going to pound it, you're going to fight against the other person, you're going to demand an apology, you're going to demand that they know that they're in the wrong. Maybe you'll even sell a car and go through litigation, or just spend endless amount of time with anger, frustration, a lack of sleep. No, it's not. That sucks. I have two quick thoughts on how I've learned how to go through it, and that's what I do say through it. Water logic, I see that it's there, and I find a way to get around the situation, because when something's unresolved, that's exactly what it is. This could be anything. This could be maybe you had a surgery and it didn't go well, and the surgeon claimed that everything was fine. It could be maybe you bought your first house or car and you got ripped off. Maybe an unfortunate divorce. Maybe a grief of someone's death, and you found some things on the back end. And that's exactly what it is. It's the back end of dealing with people. A lot of times when people come out and they show rage and aggression, it's because they're hurting and they just want to get the attention. And so we have to understand that it's not always what it seems. It's not always just they're just mad at you. There's a lot of other tension going on. So the thing I want to mention too is, well, there's always two sides. Oh yeah, there's two sides, but there's a point where I'm talking about where it becomes criminal or inhumane, simply not kind. So if you haven't had anything like that happen to you, that's awesome. But like I said in the beginning, even just a little friction and something unresolved can suck. It could be even if you're a student and you don't like what you got for a grade, and you might have angst against that subject and that teacher, and you're going to hold that. So unresolved trauma, it's basically that. There is no ending. There is even no anger of an ending. There's not even a fight. There's a lack of communication. There's voices. There's people talking about the situation, or there's stuff that hasn't been addressed. And you might feel completely put down. You might feel like crap, because you should, because I believe we all are good people and we want to make a difference and help people. But if you step into the wrong trail, or if you step into the wrong kitchen, whatever analogy it is, or wrong relationship, it can backfire. I have two things that have helped me. One of them is some simplicity. Write down all the things on why you're angry. Write down on how you think you can work through this. And one of the things, write down on, okay, this blew up in my face and this sucks. What can we do to improve it? Then I go, look within. What could I do to avoid it? Well, I shouldn't have been so nice, or maybe I should have taken maybe 2 more years before I married this person. Whatever your situation is. I'm happily married for 30 years, lucky guy, that's in itself a lottery. Another one is, after you look within and you feel like this still really sucks, you're gonna have to deal with the anger stages. You're gonna maybe pretend that you're gonna write a letter to them. But if you send it and if it gets worse, then don't do it. Because some people, the bacteria, they're gonna live on rage. They're gonna live on anger. What's helped me, and two big sources here. One of them, the resolution, is there's no resolution. Meaning it's unresolved, it's dark, it's sad. But if you've worked through it, and I even came to a point one time I was in therapy and I said, if they apologize to me, that's not what I want, because if they apologize, that's still not going to help, because what has been done has been done. And that's intense, and that sucks. But I said to my therapist, if they apologize, I'm happy, because that means they're looking within and they're growing and they're getting better at seeing humanity. She responded like, well, that's really kind of you. Chances are they're probably not going to apologize. Chances are they're going to move on to another person. That sucks. That doesn't mean once you say, oh, well, it's unresolved, and then you just move on. It just means you're getting some traction. This is an important one, and this is the one that I'm going to leave with. And I'm going to resonate a few of these thoughts in each video. I don't care what age you are right now. Chances are you're an adult, because if you're a kid, this might not be so engaging. But this is stuff we need to find happiness, I think. I'm 53. In 20 years, if I'm lucky, in the next 20 years, I'll have an okay health. My left hip is acting up. Time. Do I want to have their din of anger infuriate my mind forever and be unhappy? Or do I want to say, I've looked within, I've learned, I've even tried to communicate with emotional intelligence, still nothing. People use social media as a weapon. They might not say something to your face. I guess I'm letting it go, because we only have so much time. Let's get intense. Thought I heard a hiker. Let's get intense. I'm going to die in 5 days. Do you think I would be here in front of this camera right now? Do you think I'd be really harping on this? I might, but it would probably be about a minute because of time. So, how we use our time, sleeping, cooking, enjoyment of whatever it is, that is your best friend, and that's your resolution. How we want to use our time.